Start on hands and knees here and then lower all the way down onto your belly for some belly down arm stretching. Also great for shoulder opening. Reach your arm up on the diagonal, so higher than shoulder height. And start to turn so that you're laying down on the right side of your body and swing your leg back and across behind you. So take a look here if you're confused at all. Using the left fingertips for support. So this should be a nice opening through the front of the right shoulder and through the right arm. Keep an extended right arm. Spread your hand, spread the fingers, and press your right forearm and hand down into the floor. This is also a nice twist. Stay long through your belly. Let that left foot find the floor somewhere back there behind you. Smooth breathing here. Let gravity do the work here. Relax and release. And then come halfway out of the pose, just enough so you can change the position of your right arm. Now reach your right arm directly out to the right so it's at the height of the shoulder. Reach the arm even more to the right, tiptoeing those fingers to the right. And then come back into the pose, coming onto the right side of your body, swinging the left leg back and behind you, using that left hand for support. Spread the right hand and press the hand into the floor. Keep the right arm extending, lengthening. And breathe into the sensations here. See if you can become absorbed by the inner landscape of yourself, observing whatever arises. And now we'll do another arm position, same arm. Now we'll do a cactus arm, so the elbow will bend at a 90-degree angle, approximately, as you see here, and then swing your left leg across again. So each of these arm positions hopefully will change the stretch a little bit. Each arm position will stretch a different line of fascia. Press your hand print into the floor, press the whole forearm into the floor, and use the left hand to help you come a little more over onto your right side to deepen the stretch. And then release and come onto your belly and get ready to switch sides, reaching the left arm up at the diagonal. And lengthen your arm a little bit away from you too. And then swing your right leg behind you as you roll onto the left side of your body. And enjoy that wonderful stretch across the front of the left shoulder and through that left arm. And let your attention be anchored by your breath and by your study and your exploration of sensations and whatever's arriving in this practice space. Stay present here. And come halfway out of the pose and switch the arm position. So now the left arm will come directly to the side of your body at the shoulder height. And then swing your right leg back and behind you, coming onto the left side of your body, using the right hand for support. Stay extended through the left arm. Breathing patiently as you relax and release and let gravity do the work here. And then come halfway out of the pose and come into cactus arm. And back to swing the right leg behind you, coming onto the left side of your body. Breathe into the sensations. Breathe into any tightness. Breathe into any discomfort. And take a deep breath here as you come out of the pose. And rest here on your belly, turning your head to one side, arms relaxing. And then turn your head to the other side. Now we'll practice threading the needle, starting on hands and knees. Take your right arm through the hole between your left arm and left thigh, and even thread your head through that hole as well. So you'll aim to take the back of your right shoulder onto the floor. And this is a pose that you can play with and really make it your own. So it's really just about threading the arm and the shoulder and the head through. And then using the left arm for support, see if you can let a little bit of weight drop into the back of the right shoulder and enjoy the pressure that's created here. It's like a self-massage. So you can play with the angle of the arm, with the angle of the head. You can play with the distribution of weight between the supportive hand and the knees. And then inhale back up to center and thread the left arm, shoulder, and head through. And take a few moments to settle in here, perhaps going even deeper. And allow the weight of your body to relax and drop into the back of the left shoulder, into the ground. Again, gravity is helping you here. Gravity is your friend, helping to facilitate this self-massage. Deep breathing here. Smooth and steady. And then inhale yourself back up to hands and knees. Now we'll practice what I call a shin twist. So bring your shins together and sit down on your heels, starting in Vajrasana. And then take your right forearm to the floor in front of your left kneecap, as you see here, with your right palm facing up. And lean into that right forearm and lift the left arm to the ceiling and let your whole trunk become active in this twist. Press your right forearm down into the sticky mat and turn the rib cage up to the left. Right ribs turning more under you and left ribs turning open towards the ceiling. Lift the left arm and fingertips up to the ceiling. Even think of lifting the whole left shoulder girdle up, lengthening the spine. And then release down and switch sides, lowering the left forearm onto the sticky mat in front of the right kneecap, palm facing up, and ground through that left forearm as you lift the right arm up, turning the ribs open to the right. Left ribs under you, right ribs to the ceiling. Lift the right arm and the right shoulder and lengthen the anterior spine, thinking of pulling the hips back as you reach the chest forward. And then lower yourself down and come back to Vajrasana. Now for Baddha Hasta in Uttanasana, bound arms in Uttanasana. Lift the arms up overhead, parallel feet and legs, and grab opposite elbows with your hands. And then fold forward, hinging at the hips, lifting up through the musculature of the legs. Lift the fronts of the legs, lift the buttocks. And with your hands, pull the elbows down to lengthen the waist, lengthen the armpits. Let your arms be a little bit behind your head, so you can even pull the elbows up and forward a little bit. Lengthen your belly, lengthen the front of your trunk. And then fold back down, and then switch the cross of the hands. Breathing here as you lengthen the front of the trunk. Take the arms a little bit back behind the head. And then fold even deeper as you lengthen the sides of your body down towards the elbows. Pull the elbows with those opposite hands. Relax and release the head here. Relax and release the shoulder blades. And then let the arms move back behind the head and let those arms lead you to come on all the way up. And then release the arms out to the sides and down. We'll practice a version of Urdhva Hastasana with a strap. So hold on to your strap in your hands quite wide, and then lift the arms up overhead and put a little tension on the strap. Make sure that your feet and legs are organized underneath you. A little bit of space between the feet. Get long in the legs, grounded in the feet. Lift the low belly and stretch the whole rib cage up off of the abdomen so the front, side, and back ribs are all lifting. And then continue the expression of that rib cage lift by stretching and lifting the arms, lifting the strap overhead. Let the arms move back as the shoulder blades move forward into the rib cage. Head balancing right on top, lengthening the body here. And then exhale and lower the arms down. Now we'll practice a variation of Tadasana with a strap behind the back. So hold the strap in your hands behind your back as you see here, palms facing forward. Roll your shoulders back. Bend the knees and elbows at first, and then straighten the legs and straighten the arms as you get taller through the spine, ascending the spine from bottom to top. Shoulders massaging the back of the shoulder sockets, and get long in your waist, long in your side ribs. Externally rotate the arms and balance your trunk and your head right over the arches of the feet. Now we'll practice Uttanasana. And we'll use a strap here, so hold on to the strap behind your back with palms facing forward. And begin by bringing the heads of the humerus bones, or the very tops of your shoulders, back. Stand tall on two legs, and then bend your knees as you start to hinge at the hips to fold forward, taking the arms up and overhead. Stretch the arms towards the wrists. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other slightly and take the strap up and overhead. Let your head relax and release down. And with soft knees, think of the front of the rib cage releasing down towards the toenails, so the abdomen stays long. Breathe here as you release the rib cage down, as you release the spine and the head down. Stay active in the arms, reaching the extension of the arms towards the hands. Lift the backs of the legs. Exhale right on through the top of the head. Open and released in the back of the throat. And then lead with the arms reaching back to help you come on up. Spread wide through the collarbones. And release. Now we'll practice Garudasana arms in Tadasana. So stand in mountain pose, and then inhale and lift the arms out to the sides, and exhale and sweep the right arm underneath the left arm as you see here. And then inhale and lift the elbows up, reach the forearms up, and exhale, lower the elbows and forearms down to chest height. And then inhale, lift the elbows again, lift the chest and the collarbones. Exhale and pull the forearms forward away from you as you lower the elbows down. Inhale, lift the elbows up, pull the forearms forward and up. And exhale, lower the elbows down, pulling the forearms forward again. And continue like this, thinking of the shoulder blades moving away from the spine, around and out to the sides. Continue here. Be long in the trunk and strong in the legs, standing right over the arches. Inhale, lifting the elbows and the forearms up. And then exhale and release the arms out to the sides. Take an inhale here. And exhale and swing the left arm underneath the right arm. Let the abdomen settle back as you lift the elbows and forearms and chest and chin. And then exhale, lower the elbows and forearms down, also pulling the forearms away from the chest. Inhale, lifting the forearms up. Exhale, lower the arms. Let those shoulder blades get pulled away from the spine here. Stay long in the anterior spine and keep going. Breathing here as you move. Inhale, lifting the elbows and forearms up. Exhale, lowering them down. And again, lifting. And now exhale, release the arms. And recover here, standing tall, collarbones wide. Now we'll practice Gomukhasana arms. So have your strap in your right hand. Stand in Tadasana with feet and legs organized underneath you. And then reach the right arm up. And then bend the right elbow and reach the right forearm down behind your head. Lift the left arm out to the side and lift your left shoulder to help you internally rotate the left shoulder. And then swing the left fingertips up behind your back, up towards the strap. So both hands are grabbing the strap now behind your back. Reach up with the right elbow. Lift the front of the left shoulder and roll it back. And stay very even in your rib cage. So be even in the right and left sides of the rib cage, even though your shoulders and arms are doing very different things. Stay long in the side ribs. Lift up through the musculature of the legs. Lift the low belly. Breathing here. Be sure to follow your exhalations all the way to the end. Wide in the collarbones. Put a little tension on the strap. And then release the arms and we'll switch hands. So hold the strap in the left hand and then reach the left arm up overhead. Bend the left elbow so the left forearm will come behind the skull and then reach the right arm out to the right. Lift the shoulder to internally rotate the shoulder and swing the right fingertips up towards the strap behind your back. Lift the front of the right shoulder and roll the right shoulder back in space. Lift the left elbow up and find some evenness in the right and left sides of your torso. Stay active in your legs here, relaxed in your neck. Lengthen the spine from bottom to top. Pulling the strap with both hands, balancing the head right over the tail, right over the arches. And then release your arms and come out of the pose. Now lay down for a variation of a supine twist with some arm movements. So bring your right knee towards your chest and extend your left leg long. And then take the right knee all the way over to the left side, coming into a simple twist at first. And start to reach your right arm out to the right. Really extend through your right arm, open the hand and fingers. And then take your arm all the way anatomically up, more towards the head. And then take the arm down to shoulder height and continue to take the arm towards the left foot as you look with your head to the left. Stretch the arm, take your palm to face down, bringing the wrist near the pelvis, and then swing the arm back out to the side, stretching the arm, and look up with your head as the arm comes all the way up to the head side, and then turn your head to the left as you internally rotate your arm so the palm faces down, and as your thumb comes closer to the pelvis, arm down by your side. And then swing the arm up to shoulder height and all the way up towards the head as you look up with your head. And turn your head to the left as the arm comes down to shoulder height, rolling the palm to face down. And continue like this, just this simple sweeping of the arm out to the side and up and out to the side and down. And as the arm comes down, the head looks left. looking away from the arm. And as the arm swings up, the head comes back to center, continuing like this on your own. And then you'll release this first side and we'll come into the other side. So come back to neutral with your legs and then bring your left knee towards the chest, extend the right leg long, and take the left knee all the way over to the right side, starting in this simple supine twist. Reach your left arm away from you and then take your left arm all the way up by the head. And then start to sweep your arm all the way out to the side, extending through the fingertips. Turn your palm to face down and look to the right as you bring your wrist towards the pelvis. And then sweep the arm all the way out to the side and up towards the head as you look up towards the ceiling with the head. And then reach your arm long and out to the side as you sweep the arm all the way out and down, looking to the right. Palm facing down. And then lengthen your arm as you sweep it around out to the side and all the way up, looking up. And then rotate your arm so palm faces down as you sweep the long arm down closer to your pelvis, looking to the right. And continue like this. And then release and come to center, knees bent and feet flat. And then extend your arms overhead and extend your legs, internally rotate the legs and take a big full body stretch here just for a breath. And then roll to your side and come on up. Now we'll practice a supported fish with a bolster underneath the rib cage and have a strap nearby for your hands. So lay back so the bolster supports you underneath your thoracic spine. Release the flesh of the buttocks away from the lower back, away from the back ribs. Knees bent and feet flat to support you, and then grab your strap and reach your arms up and overhead, hands holding the strap at shoulder distance apart. Enjoy this nice extension of the spine as you lengthen through the front of the spine and lengthen the abdomen, and then extend your legs. Stretch the legs and stretch the arms. Allow yourself to be supported by the bolster here. Become internally absorbed here. As you relax and release and gently guide yourself to lengthen a little more. Smooth and steady inhalation and a steady exhalation. And then bend your knees one at a time, place your feet flat, and roll to your side. Pass through your side to come out of the pose, coming on up to sit. Now we'll practice Shavasana. So we'll have a bolster to support you underneath the knees and thighs. And have a spread out blanket on the head side as you see here. So lay down and adjust the flesh of the buttocks so that it's moving away from the lower back. And then start to roll up your blanket so that we'll have this nice roll of support underneath the neck. So find just the right amount of blanket roll for underneath your neck. And then slide your shoulder blades down your back and release the arms so the palms are face up. And once you feel fairly organized here, then really relax and release.